Okay. All right. So the show is called Off Top. Why that name? For the people in the culture who don't know what Off Top means.
We're trying to create a must-stop destination for those who want to showcase that they are amongst like hip hop's current elite. At the end of the day, we've watched hip hop expand into a bunch of different subgenres, but at the end of the day, its origins, its roots really come down to like who's got the bars, who has the flow, who can weave together dope stories, who can make us, drop those punchlines that we've never heard anybody drop before. And so, given that was the core of what we wanted it to be, then a name like Off Top made sense. You'll see videos that run across the rap genre, but when it comes to those performances, you can't get in the booth unless you can go off top like a rap, or unless you can go off top like a Conway. That's special.
Right. So now, Rapsody, my uncle, who happens to be Charlemagne the God, loves you to death. It's always you. It's always you. It's always you. It's you. It's you. It's you. Like I texted today and I was like, guess why I'm interviewing? He is, I swear to you, he loves you so much. So what made you want to be a part of this show?
Several reasons, right? The first one is something I felt like, that was dope to be a part of, that the culture needed at this time, especially for those who, grew up on music video shows and that authentic content of having those one-on-one conversations with artists and being creative and, being competitive where we showcase our talent through the rhymes. And that was something, whether it was nostalgia or this generation needed to be exposed to have their own version of that. What does that feel like, waking up and being like, yo, who am I going to discover today on this new show? Or is my favorite artist going to be here? Or I can't wait to see this video. Like, that's a feeling that's been missing in the culture, and it's dope that we create a place for that. Two, Big Tigger was associated with it, and he's a legend and someone I always looked up to and admired. And, I love Rapsody Basement and what this is inspired by, though it's not actually that, but it's inspired by. And to partner with somebody like him, to do this and to do something different creatively for myself too, just to get from behind the mic and, just have a chance to, sit with artists and talk and, create a space that was safe. And it's like, as an artist, I get you, like, let's tell different stories. That was the reason. And, lastly, that's, super important to me. It was Revolt, and Revolt is owned by Blacks. It's, it's us telling our own stories, right? And that was important to me, to support that platform that has always supported me, that's always supported the culture, that's, always looking for new and inventive ways to tell our stories. And, to partner with them to bring something like this, it was like 3 of the Infinity Stones coming together for me. That's what it was.
No, I love that. I was actually just speaking with our diversity team earlier, and we were talking about how, at least when you're working for your people, the good, the bad, or the ugly, you're advancing your community. And that's an amazing, amazing thing in every way, shape, or form. No matter the argument, you're still advancing your community. Absolutely. So I love that you pointed that out.
It's like you don't have to fight to explain something that we already get about each other, because this is us. That, and that's what it's about. Like, yo, you get it, we don't have to go in depth why we need this. We might have conversations on what's the best way to bring it to be the best thing that it can be, but we get us, what I'm saying? And that's dope. So.
Okay, so Conway, what are you looking forward to the most about the show?
Just being able to, soak up some games, soak up some jewels from some of my favorite artists. I'm inspired by every artist, like, in some way or form, like, what I'm saying? Maybe like, how they dress, how they freak their clothes and whatever shit like that. Like, I just looking forward to the conversations that they're gonna have with some of my favorite artists, what I'm saying, personally, and and just seeing everybody just get in that space, get in that bag where they just in front of a mic and just, what I mean, just kill that shit. Like, that's dope to me, and I can't wait for
it. You're so swagged out. You are so swagged out right now. You know how some people just come with that natural swag?
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so Big Tigger, right?
Hi.
Hi. What's different about this show? I mean, I know the answer to it. I read the press release, but what's different for you about this show going into it, coming from such a legendary show?
The glaring thing that's going to come across the view is that I am not actually in the performance pieces. That's something a little bit above my pay grade, but we'll talk about it next season. Lots of people would love to have seen me and Rapsody in these performance pieces, murdering microphones as well. Outside of that, once knowing that, and still while we were shooting the show and putting it together, and I pulled Rap aside on more than one occasion, I was like, it's not going to be the show that we originally thought it was, but it's still going to be a very quality, dope show. It's going to have great, super conversations, transparent conversations without being messy. And then the performance pieces, like Conway has his own look for his performance, and the other 9 artists have their own look for their own performance. So it's never going to look like the same thing. So each week you'll get a unique look into one of your favorite artists' background, his lifestyle, what he's really thinking about outside of what you consume normally. And then you'll also get an amazing look, or one of a kind look, in a performance piece that we call In the Zone.
Okay, I'm kind of feeling some type of way that y'all aren't going to be a part of the. So, I can see the comments now when I post this interview. Why y'all do this to me? Oh Lord. Okay, I can see it now.
We gotta leave you wanting more for next season.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Okay. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that right now. Viral.
Okay. Oh man.
We missed your whole question. You were frozen.
We missed the whole question.
We took a whole screenshot of the face you were making while you were frozen.
Yeah. It was ugly. I make the ugliest Zoom.
It was all right.
No, it's okay.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Okay, I said, in the age of social media, right? Why bring this show back right now? We've seen the video WAP, right? We see these videos, they have this very short lifespan, but they go viral. So how can this show kind of help with that? What's going on there?
Well, bringing the show back has a multi-tiered approach. Not only is it on Revolt TV, they call it linear, but it's going to be on digital and social. So you'll be able to consume it on multiple platforms and in different ways on each platform. You'll get snippets in here on social media. You'll get a little bit more on the app or the digital platform, so to speak. And it's just something that's not here. The conversations are what they are. The performances are amazing. And I mean, for me personally, Rapsody, I left Rapsody 15 years ago. There has not been one day that somebody has not said, yo, Shane, bring Rapsody back. So, this puts me on the path to creating something that will be equally as tangible and equally as important to the fabric of hip hop that Rapsody was, but in a whole new way for this newer generation.
I was just watching the episode with Ludacris not too long ago. I had one on a binge.
Listen, I love YouTube. YouTube has kept taking popping for the last 15, and I appreciate it.
That Ludacris ep, that Cameron ep, like those are like people will never forget those.
They're classic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll never forget those.
Definitely classic.
So again, this show has similar energy, not the exact same energy. But again, the beauty of it is there's room to grow, room to evolve, while keeping the same core energy to it. You know what I'm saying? And me and Rap is ready, just by FYI. We're gonna let y'all. We got something coming that's gonna let y'all all know that we ready. Like we still got bars over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if y'all get in the booth next season, I'll get in there with you one time.
Trouble.
One time.
I think you should go against Conway. He might get his first
Absolutely not. I'm not trying to give that man another victory. Absolutely not.
Now, Rhapsody,
See how he just laughed that off? I love it.
Hey man, you win some, you lose some, man.
This next question is geared more towards you, right? So you're new to this particular scene. What are you kind of hesitant about regarding the show? Because given the age of social media, we know that them Twitter fingers, y'all are gonna get those Twitter fingers moving, the Instagram post shaking, y'all gonna be everywhere at this, at the premiere of the show. What are you hesitant about?
To be honest, I'm really not hesitant about anything. I came in, Tigger, he's a legend in this. He's been doing it forever, and he's guided me along the way, and he's helped me, to evolve in this space and to be the best that I could be at this point in time. But also, I'm gonna be real. Like, I've been getting the Twitter fingers for a few years, and that it just slides off. People gonna say what they want to say, but one thing about this show, and I think about me and Tigger and Revolt, is I'm always gonna show up to be authentic, and whatever you got to say about that, you just got to say about it. In an age where people are so quick to be in this cancel culture mindset and to not want to critically think through things and seek from a place of understanding, whether you agree or not, to evolve. Like, I'm just in the space of like, yo, let's just be real, whether we agree or not, we here to have dope conversations, learn from each other, and uplift the culture. So I have no hesitations, but this too is also a very safe place, right? Like this, as Tigger said earlier, this is no place for us to be messy, but we do have dope conversations, and we really just get to know artists on a human level and as creatives. So, I think people gonna be inspired. They should tweet inspiration and battle bars. That should be
right.
I mean, I would say that I'm not hesitant at all. I wouldn't be a part of it if it wasn't authentic. I wouldn't. There's no way I could wait 15 years to bring something back, or something to return to a situation, and it doesn't feel good to me. That being said, you got some loving, some people who won't. I welcome all of the inputs, so we're gonna call it input, because I mean, the worst thing that could happen is nobody cares and says anything about it.
That's not gonna happen. We all know that.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Yeah, and to Tigger's point, we'll gracefully take the input, because at the end of the day, Revolt is trying to create things that are, and Rap keeps saying this, that's for the culture, by the culture, right? And so we also want to understand in that feedback, while there may be some funk or messiness, there's also probably going to be gems, right? And so we're already talking about season 2 and season 3, right? So anyways, we will learn from the culture, we will understand more of what they want, and then we'll be able to figure out a way to bake it into this cake and then come back season 2 even stronger. So we're just going to keep winning. No losses over here, Conway. All wins.
For real. That's a fact.
I'm gonna be real. Okay, I thought about this. I was like, in contemplating if I wanted to do this. I was like, man, I don't want to do this if people think like, oh, she not gonna rap no more. You not an artist no more. That was one thing that I thought, and I was like, nah, this allows at least me a space to show artists that you can do more than one thing, right? You can diversify your artistry and how you want to show up. Because I'm still rapping. I'm working on the album now, but that was my only thought. But Queen Latifah, we just tributed her at BET Awards, and she's been the greatest example of do any and everything. Try it, see how you feel about it. And I've loved this experience. I'm thankful for this experience, and I think people are going to enjoy it.
I was just about to say, well, one, are you working on a project so I can text Charlamagne?
No.
Two, what I think is dope is that, so many of us are multi-talented, but society has said, get in this box. And I'm a huge believer in don't put people in a box, don't put me in a box, I won't put you in a box, right? How are you going to navigate that in real time as it's happening?
You mean from the space of balance and time, or just
time?
I mean, the dope thing about this was I was able to compartmentalize what this was, right? We got to shoot this in a certain amount of time. So, I was like, for me, I can't jump in from album to other things. So I'm just like, all right, we're gonna shut off our album right now, and I'm gonna focus on this. So that was the great part about, you know, this. I was like, I got to carve out time for this and really, you know, insert myself into it. I took acting lessons. You know, Tigger was there, always a phone call away whenever I needed something, just to really make sure that I gave all that I could give. And you know, we did it. I think I'm happy with what we did, and now it's back to artist mode, you know. So for me, it's just learning, you know, how to balance it and when to turn it off and when to turn it on, and creating space for everything that you want to do. So
Yeah, and for me, I love that story. We focus so much on being a platform for creatives and artists, and that means, yeah, we want to see people in front of the camera. That's why you're going to see dope people like Conway, but it's also about how do we help the culture reach new goals, right? Folks got new executive producer credits. They got new host credits. It's like, how do we give back to the culture and help build for a culture that has done so much for so many of our lives? And so I'm excited about Rap's story. You know, there's not a world where I can imagine people don't see her as the beast of an MC that she is. And so for me, it's going to be exciting to see how people begin to add on to the depth as we learn about who she is as a human and as a person. We talked a lot about the conversation that they have and how you learn about new artists, but you also learn about people through the questions that they have and the conversations that they have. So just excited about the new layers, hopefully, that are added to Rap